Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we have a product review. I just ordered the Rogue Eco 10mm lifting belt, size medium. This is the initial review. I just got it today. Just want to go over before I even get into this belt. I want to show you what I had before. Starting off with the Valero belt. Um, it's a very basic belt. You can get this belt at like Dick's Sporting Goods, probably $20-$30. Not too expensive. The thing about these belts are it's very cheaply made. You can tell because it's not really leather, and just this part right here doesn't really give you that much support. So this serves its purpose for beginners. However, if you are wanting to get into advanced lifting, you really have a passion for lifting, I suggest you invest in a higher quality belt. So I went from this belt to this belt right here. Now, you see the dramatic difference between that belt and this belt. This is a lot, longer. It's longer this way too. Gives you more support in the back, but again, it's very cheaply made. Um, Really, when you put it on, I'll show you an example. Gives you good protection on your lower back. However, it's very uncomfortable. See, the sides right here is always digs in when you go down to do a squat or something. Um, yeah, so I wouldn't recommend this belt as well. But again, it serves its purpose. If you're not, you know, into lifting for a while, I suggest you don't invest in something that you're not going to use later down the road. All right, moving on to this belt I got from Rogue Fitness. Rogue always has high quality products. I have a lot of products from them. I got the Ohio Power Bar. I got the um, Rogue SML1 squat stand from them. Um, Arrived in a big box. At first, I thought they got my order wrong because the box was so large. But anyway, my initial thoughts of this belt is, it's very high quality. You can tell the stitching on here, if you can see. It's very well done. It's it's not broken in. Um, I know it's a lot of other companies like Inzer or Pioneer belts. They tend to have the belts broken in, but this is not broken in. But that's the part of buying a belt. You gotta break it in. I got a size medium. Just gonna show you how I put it on. Now the sizing for this, before I forget, the sizing is very. I got a medium, and I have a 30-inch waist, so you measure with your clothing on. Say if you always wear a t-shirt or sweatshirt, you measure that with that on. Um, that's how you measure. You get a tape measure around your waist. All right, let's see. All right, so I got a medium. I have around 30-inch waist, maybe 31, and I come to the second hole with the sweatshirt on. So it fits on the lower back. I can already tell a difference, when I push out my abdominal wall. That's going to create a lot of pressure and force, so I'll be able to stay more upright in the squat and handle more weights. Only downside about this belt so far is it's not broken in. It's very hard to get off. Um, it took a little bit, but also I noticed right away it has only one prong. This is beneficial rather than having two two prongs. It's harder to get in the hole if you have two prongs as opposed to just one prong. And you may think two prongs is better than one, more stability, but in reality, it's really not. It's the same thing. So I recommend if you want to buy this belt, definitely get it because it's one prong. You don't have to worry about, once it's broken in, it'll be easy to get on and off. Um, let's see. I know this is longer than my other belts. Gonna be testing it out in the next couple days, so be on the lookout for a video for that. I want to get a very detailed review on it, so I want to, really test it out through my squat workout this week, and tell you, is it broken in or not after those workouts. Also, this belt retails for $50. I believe shipping. I live in Connecticut. Shipping was roughly $5, so it just came to $55. One important thing to note also is that if you're into powerlifting, in like the major federation like the IPF, and I don't believe this is allowed. It's not one of those approved products that they allow you to do, unlike like the Inza belt and Pioneer belt and other belts. However, if you're not into powerlifting competitions or lifting in competitions, this belt would be great for you. I believe even some small meets will allow you to use a row belt. However, the most of the larger meets, they won't allow you to use this because it's not approved by the IPF. That's just I want to point that out also. Once again, please subscribe to my channel and like the video if you like it. Thank you.